What we have here is a whole mass of Yarrow, Achillea, millefolium. Yarrow is a premier first aid herb. It's really spectacular. It's called millefolium because it has all of these tiny little leaves. It's called Achillea because it's named after Achilles, who supposedly his mother bathed him in yarrow tea to protect him from getting injured. And she held him by the ankle and he got shot in the ankle with an arrow. So I've come back inside to finish this video about yarrow. I was calling it yarrow before. I've heard both pronunciations. Usually I call it yarrow. So yarrow is just a premier first aid plant. If I could only pick one plant to have for first aid, it would be yarrow, because you can use it for all kinds of things. So yarrow has incredibly strong antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. It's been used for centuries as a battlefield herb because it also staunches bleeding. So if you have a cut that won't stop bleeding, of course, if you have something that won't stop bleeding, you want to put pressure on it. But also, yarrow can be really helpful for that. You could dry the leaves and then powder them up and put the leaf powder in your herbal first aid kit as a styptic. So if you have a wound that won't stop bleeding, you can just sprinkle that powder right on there and it will stop bleeding quickly. I've seen this in action. It's pretty amazing. It's also a very strong diaphoretic, and a diaphoretic is an herb that helps to promote sweating, to help bring down fevers. Yarrow can raise your temperature a little as it's doing that, so it shouldn't really be used for children. Catnip is a much safer herb to use if you're trying to break a fever in a child, because it increases the sweating without increasing the temperature. You do not want to increase a fever in a child. That can be really dangerous. But for adults, yarrow can be really helpful. It's also really nice as a soak. So if you have something that's infected, an infected wound in your hand or your foot or whatever, make a nice strong yarrow tea and just stick your whole foot or your whole hand right in there, and while it's nice and warm, and soak it for 10 or 15 minutes. It's very healing and powerfully antimicrobial. It's also a great thing to use for pink eye. You can make a nice yarrow tea and soak a cloth in there and apply it to the eyes as an eye wash, and I've seen that resolve pink eye many times. It's a great urinary antiseptic, so it's often seen in tea and tincture formulas that are for urinary problems or UTIs. It's anti-inflammatory, so it's nice in muscle and joint rubs for sore muscles. It just has a huge amount of uses. Astringent, makes a nice mouth rinse. If you want to put a little bit of the tincture in some water and rinse with it, it's good for bleeding gums. Works well for hemorrhoids, all kinds of stuff. I'll probably do another video on yarrow because it's just so useful. Thanks.